was, in appearance, the ideal wife and mother. Sympathetic, forgiving, bright-lipped as a May morning. She never demanded. She merely suggested her desires, and, if they were refused, let her lips droop in a manner which only a brute could withstand. She plaintively admired her efficient daughter, Una. Una Golden was a good little woman. Not pretty, not noisy, not particularly articulate, but instinctively on the inside of things, naturally able to size up people and affairs. She had common sense and unkindled passion. She was a matter-of-fact idealist, with a healthy woman's simple longing for love and life. At 24, Una had half a dozen times fancied herself in love. She had been embraced at a dance, and felt the stirring of a desire for surrender, but always a native shrewdness had kept her from agonizing over these affairs. She was not, and will not be, a misunderstood genius, an undeveloped artist, an embryonic leader in feminism, nor an ugly duckling who would put on a Georgette hat and captivate the theatrical world. She was an untrained, ambitious, thoroughly commonplace small-town girl. But she was a natural executive, and she secretly controlled the Golden household, kept Captain Golden from eating with his knife, and her mother from becoming drugged with too much reading of poppy-flavored novels. She wanted to learn anything, but the Goldens were too respectable to permit her to have a job, and too poor to permit her to go to college. From the age of 17, when she had graduated from the high school, in white ribbons and heavy new boots and tight new organdy, to 23, she had kept house and gone to gossip parties and unmethodically read books from the town library. Walter Scott, Richard Le Gallienne, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Mrs. Humphrey Ward, How to Know the Birds, My Year in the Holy Land, Home Needlework, Sartor Resartus, and Ships That Pass in the Night. Her residue of knowledge from reading them was a disbelief in Panama, Pennsylvania. She was likely never to be anything more amazing than a mother and wife, who would entertain the Honiton Embroidery Circle twice a year. Yet, potentially, Una Golden was as glowing as any princess of balladry. She was waiting for the fairy prince, though he seemed likely to be nothing more decorative than a salesman in a brown derby. She was fluid, indeterminate as a moving cloud. Although Una Golden had neither piquant prettiness nor grave handsomeness, her soft littleness made people call her Puss and want to cuddle her as a child cuddles a kitten. If you noted Una at all, when you met her, you first noted her gentle face, her fine-textured hair of faded gold, and her rimless eyeglasses with a gold chain over her ear. These glasses made a businesslike center to her face. You felt that without them she would have been too childish. Her mouth was as kind as her spirited eyes, but it drooped. Her body was so femininely soft that you regarded her as rather plump. But for all her curving hips and the thick ankles which she considered common, she was rather anemic. Her cheeks were round, not rosy, but clear and soft. Her lips a pale pink. Her chin was plucky and undimpled. It was usually spotted with one or two unimportant eruptions which she kept so well covered with powder that they were never noticeable. No one ever thought of them except Una herself, to whom they were tragic blemishes, which she timorously examined in the mirror every time she went to wash her hands. She knew that they were the result of the indigestible Golden family meals. She tried to take comfort by noticing their prevalence among other girls, but they kept startling her anew. She would secretly touch them with a worried forefinger and wonder whether men were able to see anything else in her face. You remembered her best as she hurried through the street in her tan mackintosh with its yellow velveteen collar turned up high, and one of those modest round hats to which she was addicted. For then you were aware only of the